What if the secret to unlocking a vibrant, purpose-filled life after 60 isn't in vitamins, yoga, or long walks, but in something far more unexpected, something hiding in plain sight, just waiting to awaken your soul? For decades, society has subtly trained seniors to wind down, step back, and fade quietly into the background. But what if this mindset is the biggest lie of all? After 60, the mind enters a realm of possibility rarely celebrated, where the echoes of lived experience intertwine with newfound cognitive freedom. Far from dimming, the creative impulse can deepen, drawing from a reservoir enriched by decades of insight, emotion, and memory. Recent discoveries in cognitive neuroplasticity are turning old assumptions on their head. Scientists now find that the aging brain is not a faded echo of youth, but a vibrant network, increasingly adept at synthesizing abstract ideas, weaving together threads of wisdom, and constructing emotionally resonant narratives. Where once the mind was preoccupied by the demands and distractions of work and family, it now has space to wander, to experiment, and to surprise itself. For many seniors, this stage of life is not an end, but a powerful beginning. Creativity evolves, taking on new forms and purposes. Visual journaling has emerged as one such avenue, a marriage of surrealist storytelling and personal reflection. In this practice, drawing and words coexist, but it is not about technical skill. Instead, it is about tapping the subconscious and giving shape to thought and feeling through color, line, and image. Imagine opening a blank page and letting your hand move freely, guided by intuition rather than plan, then supplementing those images with fragments of poetry, memories, or dreams. The result is not a mere diary, but a living document of inner life, capturing emotions and ideas that words alone might miss. Some have found that the sense of smell, the most ancient and evocative of the senses, can unlock creative wells long forgotten. By introducing familiar scents into their workspace, such as a childhood perfume or the aroma of a favorite meal, seniors are reactivating neural pathways tied to memory and emotion. A whiff of lavender, apple pie, or fresh-cut grass can transport the mind to another time and place, sparking new associations and inspirations. This scent-triggered memory session can be the catalyst for a poem, a painting, or simply a moment of joyful reminiscence that reawakens the urge to create. Creativity at this stage is also about connection and exchange. Reverse mentoring is gaining ground, where older adults and younger creators trade skills, perspectives, and ideas. Seniors are not simply adopting the latest trends, they are remixing them, layering their own experiences atop the innovations of Gen Z. A retired photographer might learn digital editing tricks from a teenager, then apply those skills to decades-old negatives, breathing new life into archival images. The result is something entirely new. Art that bridges generations, blending the wisdom of age with the energy of youth. Nature, too, plays a vital role in this creative renaissance. Forest bathing, or Shinrin-yoku, is an ancient Japanese practice of immersing oneself in the sights, sounds, and smells of the forest. Seniors are putting their own twist on this idea, walking barefoot on mossy ground, feeling the earth beneath their toes, then sitting in silence to sketch what they've seen and felt. That this mindful engagement with nature helps quiet the analytical mind, allowing intuition and imagination to surface. One woman in her 70s began sculpting with recycled metal parts after watching the shifting patterns of shadows on her balcony at sunset, an idea born from silent observation and a willingness to be moved by the ordinary. The home can become a playground for creativity as well. Making musical instruments from everyday items, like turning glass jars into chimes or using beans in a tin as a shaker, transforms mundane objects into mediums of self-expression. Memory to art clubs are springing up, where friends gather to reimagine old photographs as watercolor scenes, each brushstroke a conversation between past and present. These acts are not just hobbies, they are ways of reclaiming agency, of turning the raw material of memory into something beautiful and new. For those as drawn to the written word, combining ancestral research with fiction opens a whole new frontier. By delving into genealogy, older adults uncover stories of relatives, migrations, and lost traditions. But instead of stopping at the facts, they invent new characters, imagine alternate histories, and dream up futures their ancestors never lived to see. The result is a tapestry of fact and fantasy, autobiography and invention, a novel that is both deeply personal and universally compelling. This surge of late-life creativity is not an anomaly. It is the natural flowering of a mind unburdened by the need to impress or conform. The myth that creativity belongs only to the young is being shattered by those who color outside the lines with intention, who recognize that the richest art comes not from novelty, but from depth, perspective, and courage. If you find yourself wondering whether you have this spark within you, consider this. When was the last time you truly surprised yourself? Not with what you could recall from the past, but with what you could invent for the future. The capacity to reimagine, to take the fragments of memory, emotion, and experience and weave them into something new, is the essence of creativity. And it is never lost. It only waits for the right moment, the right invitation to blossom again. No matter your age, the tools for creative renewal are within reach. Begin with curiosity. What colors, sounds, or scents move you? What memories linger at the edge of your mind, waiting to be transformed? Who might you collaborate with across generations or disciplines to create something neither of you could imagine alone? The answers need not be grand or public. Sometimes, the most profound acts of creation happen in quiet solitude, a sketchpad on your lap, or a melody hums softly in the kitchen. The journey of creativity after 60 is not about recapturing youth, but about embracing the full spectrum of your life, its joys, losses, insights, and mysteries. It is about daring to experiment, to play, and to risk failure in the name of discovery. And it is about recognizing that the power to create, to surprise yourself, and to move others does not fade with time. It evolves, deepens, and in many ways becomes more essential than ever.